your wedded wife? Will you love her, honor her, and keep her in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long as you both shall live? Use a promise.
I do.
Sheila, will you renew your commitment to this man as your wedded husband? Will you love him, honor and keep him in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him, so long as you both shall live? Do you so promise?
I do.
Bob and Sheila, in lieu of the oaths, you said you had written personal vows, affirmation for one another.
We were pretty young when we did this the first time. Since then, much has changed and much has stayed the same. I'm very grateful that God's given us the grace to make it this far. I want to thank you for loving me over the years, especially when I least deserved it, because that's when I needed it the most. Don't start that. Because I'm not even to the... Over the last 25 years, we've learned that marriage is really hard some days, and yet despite those days, God has been so faithful to us. I can see how the trials have made us stronger. God's word tells us that love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things, that love never fails. We have lived our married lives, bearing, believing, hoping, and enduring all things, and by God's grace, our love hasn't failed. I promise to continue to love you when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when love is simple and when it is an effort. Through every trial and in every temptation that will come in our future, I promise to choose to support and love you no matter what. You taught me to laugh, enjoy life, relax, and have fun. Often, I've loved you more than I have loved God. At times, I've even loved our boys more than you. During the rest of our lives together, I promise to do my best to love God more than I love you, allowing you to come second only to Him. It's only then that I will truly be able to love you the way that I should. In the past, I've often run ahead of you and God and tried to lead. I promise to stand behind you and follow your lead for the rest of our lives together. I thank you for praying so earnestly for us and for me, especially in the hardest seasons of our lives. I promise to trust you and God with our future and all decisions. I promise to stand in the gap for you and pray for you. I love and cherish the way that you honor and protect me. Over and over, I have seen Christ in you, in the ways that you've loved, served, and treated me. I thank you for constantly affirming your love and commitment to me and encouraging me. I love you. You are my best friend, and I'm so grateful to be your wife. You are broad like a beam that carries half my world. You hold me up when I'm weak. You point me back to God when I get lost. I am so blessed to be able to say, as Solomon said, I found him whom my soul loves. In a sea of people, my eyes will always search for you with my whole heart for my whole life.
Amen.
25 years ago, your father stood in front of a crowd of folks much like this one, and this pastor. And when he was asked the question, who gives us one to be wed, he said, her mother and I. After a few more minutes, she became my wife. Wow. So many things I can say about it. Last 25 years together. How you been a great mother to our boys. How you stayed at home, taught our boys. You always supported me in the things I've done. That's not to say they're not in rough times. Boy, we've had those too. Low blood sugars, cut fingers, broken bones, and so many others. But through it all, God sees through it, even though a lot of times we did not even recognize it was God. What I want to say now is, though, is I make a commitment to you to always be true and faithful, support you in all your future endeavors, love you better, worse, sickness and health will death do us part. Those words mean so much more now than they did 25 years ago. Why? Well, I've matured. I've learned how to love and nurture you the way that Christ calls me to. Sheila, I love you with all my heart. I look forward to our next 25 years. I want to grow old with you, however much time it is that the Lord gives us on this earth. I'll always be here for you, to be your best friend and husband. Thanks for the last 25.